with Sherry Price Clark of Storehouse Media. Sherry, what's going on? Who's our guest
Well,
today?
what is going on, Neil, is we have like a really exciting guest here. And if you know what he's done, you'd be like, wow, that's well, it's not even what he's done, but he's innovative and creative about it. And his name is Gawain Bracy II, otherwise known as G2. And just to give you a little bit of a background for him, he has successfully amassed over 25 million global streams as a producer and artist. He's a creative, and he has a former signed for Disney and Interscope Records. And he founded G2 Music Group in 2015. And we're going to talk about all of that. But welcome, G2. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome and enjoying this lovely weather in Florida. But how about you guys? How are you?
Good. Well, I'm enjoying this lovely weather in Cleveland, Ohio. So there you go. So go ahead, Sherry, with your
I
first
will be
question.
in Florida in Wednesday, so I will be enjoying it with you. So there you go. That's tomorrow, right? Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I met G2 a few years back when I was doing the television show when he came on as a guest, and I was super impressed with him then. And I told you, he reached out and told me what he's doing now, and it was so creative. And of course I wasn't surprised that you were doing that kind of stuff because you were so impressive back then, but it's been a few years and you've done a lot since then. So tell us about your venture you're working on now. That was what really caught my attention.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I've been looking for ways to uh make things easier for creatives, starting with music. Uh so my background is in music. So I think anyone who does, especially with technology, problems first, and obviously, that can trickle down into to others who are like you. So that's what I've been doing, and I built as a result Creative TV, and Creative TV is a decentralized live streaming platform that puts the creators in control of their content and their earnings, and establishing or getting paid 100% of their revenue. Now I think we get cut almost 50% of our revenue in current platforms. And by doing that, on using the platform, you can also launch your own token. So you can be tradable on exchanges like Coinbase and
Oh,
um, I don't know, crypto.com, whoever you use. And you can also monetize your actual video content, your live content into clips that become NFTs that are also another
yeah.
uh,
Oh,
kind of
you're
expanding your
definitely,
revenue streams.
yeah, you're definitely ahead of the curve, right? With the whole probably we're seeing with blockchain and NFTs, this year is going to be a big year for it, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think a lot of crypto projects. So the record I've heard is as of 20, well, after 2025, basically 11.66 million died. At this point in 2026, we should start seeing more mature, more useful cryptocurrency projects and platforms being introduced to us at this point.
Yeah. No doubt. So you saw this vision. Talk about more of
Mhm.
the vision. Like, I mean, when
Yep.
you're saying 100%. So if I decided to start taking my content, my shorts and different content and put it to this platform, how do you make money while the creator's making 100%?
Yeah, yeah. So, cool thing is, so, and I believe I can share with you guys. You can
Yeah, let
also
me you just
take a
ask
look
for the
at
ability to
this.
share, and I want to take a look at this. Yeah.
All right. Do, 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 do. I see. Okay, two. Okay, let's see if this works.
So a picture's worth 1,000 words in this situation,
Yeah,
huh?
and sharing. Yeah. Because that's a great opportunity for creators, no doubt, Sherry, to be able to get 100% instead of 50%, maybe worse than that. I know that platforms like Rumble aren't even giving 50% to their creators. They're
I
giving a
know.
lot less money.
Oh wow.
And they're being shadow banned a lot of times. They're not getting the opportunity once they have their content and their fans to see it. They just don't let the fans see it. That happens on YouTube a lot too. That's why it's such a
I
different
have a
thing.
question. I have a look. We might have to edit right here. Um, this is asking me for some kind of permissions, so it's requesting me to restart Zoom to share my screen. I'm
Oh,
back.
okay. We don't have to worry
I'm
about
back.
sharing. We'll just keep doing it. Maybe we could have you
Okay,
back to do that. Okay.
okay,
Just keep
okay,
going, just talking about more about it. Okay.
okay. Cool. All right. So yeah. So create to answer your question about how do creators get paid their 100% revenue. So basically, there's a different model when you look at dealing with cryptocurrencies and blockchain, right? So whenever you're transacting or or, or making an action, I mean, almost if any button that you push, even now on any application, when you click a button, there's a function that takes place do the action that you clicked. So on blockchain, that's a little different. Those actions that you click are usually transactions.
Right.
And the way those work is when you transact with the blockchain, there is a gas fee that's associated with the trend with sending of that data to the blockchain. And that data mined by but um, it's basically mined by developers and things that upkeep the blockchain. But gas fee that's associated with that is what's given to me as the platform developer. So I guess the best way to compare what that gas fee is, maybe a tax, right? You get taxed for anything that you buy, right? So that's where my money part comes from, and then the other part for you as creator, um, you know, anything, if you're doing brand deals, that's all yours. There's also a token associated with that. So your viewers can actually purchase your individual token. That token, you can take that token with you anywhere that you go. You can promote it wherever you like to. And it's all tied to your personal self. Um, and I also mentioned the NFTs. So if you're live streaming, let's say you're live streaming an event or you're playing live, you can people can tip you in that token that you earn that you own, or they can also make clips of your performance, and those
Okay.
clips are then stored as a memory, if you will, on chain, and those are actually you can sell those and trade those as well. So that's another revenue.
Yeah. Go, Cherry.
I do want to point out
Yeah.
another thing though too. I like to point out one thing before we move over. What's unique about these specific tokens on this platform compared to any other tokens? Uh, there's this thing called liquidity that's involved. So you can't necessarily launch a token that it has to have another token that pairs with it. Otherwise, you're in for like a very long ride. So to mediate the up and down of the liquidity, you usually pair it with another token like an Ethereum token or something, or Bitcoin, whatever that might be. In this case, we use a stable coin, which that's tied to the dollar. So for every $1, there's one coin. So as a result, there's no volatility. I mean, if American dollar goes down to whatever, then that's different. But if it's usually it stays around 99 cents is the most that I've ever seen it go down. But it stays at that one-to-one couple. And then therefore you're not dealing with the volatility of the market. It just stays consistent. And for the most part, you see when someone buys your token, then it goes up. And if someone sells it, you can't get rug pull because there is a fee or a tax associated. There's a 20% fee when you sell. So as a result, no one's getting left with the bag So that's just to mitigate any type of fraudulent activity or loss of funds.
Mhm.
Now, this doesn't have anything to do with Bit Rewards, right? That you launched.
Hmm. No, well, that is actually that's a feature that we're working on as a company. We're working on something that let's say you get a brand partnership, and maybe that brand partnership they agree you you guys agree that, and all this, by the way, this whole brand and creative thing happens on the platform itself. We have functionalities that allow the brands to communicate with the creators. But let's say you have that brand partnership, then maybe it's a product placement, and they're doing a music video. Then the that that piece of uh, product that they're advertising, it can pair up with what we call bit rewards for every purchase that product that you see uh, in the video, then you would earn a percentage of Bitcoin as a reward for purchasing through that link. So that's what that is. So we're working on rolling something out like that for creators as
Mm.
well.
I
And
think
that's
that the go ahead, Sherry. Go.
I was going to say that's all under your creative platform ecosystem, right? And
Mhm.
well, you
Yes,
have a
ma'am.
creative TV, you have creative AI, you just have all kind of creatives going on.
Yes, yes, definitely. As I say, building for the creator is what I do and do best. You mentioned AI, so this is a prototype of a AI device that basically it records conversations, it interact. There's an application that's associated with it, and it basically has different ways of digesting the conversations that you have.
Mhm.
I've also built applications where you can sing basically anywhere in the world. Instead of having a recording studio, you can record your song on, anywhere. And I'm tying it up where basically you'd have a studio in your pocket. So that's something else we're also playing with and you know, along the way.
Wonderful. I think that's really interesting is the more you can implement everything, it's really Web 3.0 in so many ways where you're going. You've seen that futuristic start years ago, even before AI was rolled
Yeah.
out. You've been building these things because we all thought Web 3.0 was here. Then AI came out
Mhm.
of nowhere where that implementation to Web 3.0. When do you see Web 3.0 starting to take a little bit more of a charge unless the whole like I think the AI bubble is about to burst and we're about to see Web 3.0 come.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Uh, yeah, definitely. So I think cusp of that, um, there is again, there's a lot of maturity now that's coming to fruition in the Web 3.0 industry. I think AI actually has helped a lot of Web 3.0 more complex, more useful projects. It's helped those developers be able to make those visions come to life more effortlessly.
Mm.
So, so I think moving forward, th those who have survived, I've been on the ride for like 5 years, so I'm like I don't know, I'm an old man in the Web3 space, but I was able to hold in there, and I've gotten a lot of really good response as a result of kind of what my idea was, and we've you have phases, right, and growth, right, so always early, uh, they have like small prototypes, if you will, just trying to see how this works and what can we do with this, and then something
Right.
else comes out. So and AI is just something that tap into. and it's a lot easier to implement. And and even AI now, if you're building something with AI, um, you know, the way that they're going to transact with each other is going to be through the blockchain. So, I think it's definitely that it's going to happen, and maybe I'll give it maybe a good, I say 3 to 5 years, and we start seeing more.
Okay.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I thought that that whole your creative ecosystem was super interesting. And you're also an AI developer outside of that. So, wow,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. AI there.
Yeah, exactly. So when you're talking AI developing, are you doing a lot of vibe coding types of developments and things like that and building some pretty interesting stuff? You showed
So
that application you showed us. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So I do both. I've been a developer for I want to say it's been about 15 years now. I've been developing. So I understand, the actual code being generated. Um, so I do have projects where I like to test it as much as possible, set up, make intricate setups and things like that. Um, so I think I go in and out, depending on what it is, because there's things that still AI hallucinates on, and different models they just don't support as much. So
I think
you kind of
OpenAI
play
is
with those
falling
types of
apart
things.
at the
But
seams. Do you think OpenAI is falling apart at
yes,
the seams? I think
I,
the
I agree.
last 2 weeks, the user experiences
Hmm.
sucked. I moved over to Google
Hmm.
Gemini because I pay for the highest level
Hmm.
of Google Gemini, and it is unreal. Now it can remember your
Yes.
conversations, but also can go across apps. And ChatGPT's gotten
Hmm.
worse, where you're in a project and it doesn't
Yes.
remember anything. Why do you see AI falling apart in OpenAI? Tell me.
Yeah. So, yeah. So basically, it's Google's been around longer. They've been doing machine learning for many, many years. They've been collecting our data for many, many years, right? With the Google Home and whatnot. I think I think it's one of those things where it's just they have more experience. The models that got created for ChatGPT, it wasn't necessarily that ChatGPT was any better than another model. It was just that it was first.
And they were rolling it out
So,
faster without
you
caring
know,
about the bugs versus Google
mhm,
was in the background.
exactly.
And so if you rank the
Yeah.
top large language models, what would they be now?
That's a really good one. So I would put Google Gemini at the top right now.
Me too.
Claude,
Hmm.
I put Claude number two. Chat GPT, close third
I think
there
Rock is
because
catching, I think that
you have
Elon's
other,
is close to OpenAI. They're almost
yes,
similar in that third spot.
yes, I agree. I agree. And then you have ones like like Mistral, which is a French-based company, and you have some other ones that are popping up. You have DeepSeek as well,
Mhm.
but those are more on a global scale. But yeah, those are the top.
Wow. So Sherry, it changes like no one would be talking this bad about OpenAI 3 months ago. Now they are. And it's because I feel OpenAI AI needs to raise money now.
Mhm, mhm. Or do they? I don't even know how much they've raised recently. I've been hearing some crazy numbers, especially with the current administration.
Well, then they're not, then I think losing all of them to Meta and stuff like that, they're hurt by losing a lot of their top
Mm,
talent leaving. Kind of like where we see Apple, as
mm,
Apple's products are going to crap. They're not as good anymore.
mm-hmm,
And Android's catching up
mm-hmm,
dramatically. You agree with that one
mm-hmm.
too? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Where
Absolutely.
it used to
I've
be
switched over from Apple to all Google.
really because of just seeing what the progression was, how they're really not making anything good, and they constantly are updating, and their user friendliness is getting worse and worse. And that's what happens when you're on top. You gotta figure
Mhm.
out the next thing. So Sherry, this is interesting, right? Informing, you're talking to tons of people still using OpenAI. They shouldn't. They should be looking elsewhere. And also, we talk about Apple products. I'm an Apple guy, and I'm fed up with iPhones. Have you noticed that, Sherry? The user friendliness is getting worse.
They keep changing it. Like within 2 weeks, I had what do you call it? Whatever upgrades, whatever. I can't find anything. I'm having to
Mhm.
struggle because they didn't just change it a little bit. They changed it a lot. And you get so used to finding things and doing things a certain way. And all of a sudden, boom, no warning. Up, you just got, your phone, what do you call it, updated. And you're looking at like, well, where
Mhm.
did this go? And now, like the text, you so used to see at the top. Now you got, oh, there it is at the bottom. It's just, you're just when you get to that point, and it's like,
Is
oh,
that an Android? Does Android have it at the bottom?
Well, wait, which part is this?
So
Is
we're
it on the
talking the
text?
search feature. If I go into
Mhm.
my text messages right
Let's-
now
let me-
and I pull out my text,
Okay.
and I go to search for something, the search is at the bottom now, and it used to be at the top.
Okay. So yeah, so I guess not because when I go to all right, so I'll just show. So
We're
I
not gonna be
have
able
like
to
a
see
little
it because you
bar
have
on the
your
bottom of
you.
my
We're not
phone.
gonna be able to see that. But okay, your search is at
My
the
blur
bottom.
is
They were
is
trying to be like Android.
yes. So my
That
search is at the bottom. Yep.
see
But
they
when you open it, then Google puts it at the top.
But still,
So
but they were trying to redesign what Android is. This is the
mm,
international reason.
mm.
Apple, we don't care about the world. We care about the United States. Okay. We
Yeah.
want good, user friendly, simple, don't have to think about things, products.
if
And you
Yeah.
it's not
want to make
broken,
it
don't
like
fix it.
Android. They did
Yeah.
this with Apple
Yeah,
computers, they
Hmm.
made them more like PCs. We
They
didn't
did.
buy it to be more like PCs.
Hmm.
I know I
Yeah,
can't
that's
type
true.
on it like a PC, that's for sure. Constant misspellings. But yeah, I'm like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Like I was fine. I was good with it.
No,
And all
it's
of a
because the
sudden it's
younger
like,
people are running the company and they have no clue how to market. They have no idea what the UX experience is about. And you would agree with me as well. The UX experience is such an important part
Oh yeah.
of if you're not having a good user experience, you're leaving. And we just
Hmm.
mentioned it with OpenAI. I'm at
Hmm.
the point where I'm about to leave OpenAI. And that is
Hmm.
and it's or lowering my monthly fee where I have this business program that's pretty high price,
Hmm.
like in the 200s, and I'm paying the same in
Oh
Google.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm ready to go. And I'm paying Google that much too. And I'm ready
Hmm.
to go because if nothing's working, I will move over to Anthropic. They have the folders better, and they are
Hmm.
better writers in Anthropic. So
Hmm.
in Claude, and they
Hmm.
also are. So, but see, ChatGPT's one thing is it has a good interface for remembering things, but that's leaving too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I think it's because they need to raise funds or they're done against these big ones
Hmm. Yeah.
because everyone's
Yeah.
caught
Yeah.
up. If you go into
Exactly.
Llama
Yeah.
3.0, same thing. Everybody's caught up. Have you played with, I mean,
Hmm.
I know you played with a bunch of them. They will
Oh
answer
yeah.
almost the same or even similar. Yes, it takes a little bit
Hmm.
harder to get to there, but ultimately, if people are
Hmm.
paying for ChatGPT, they're not getting what it was worth 6 months ago.
Right. I
And which,
agree so wholeheartedly on that. Yes.
so that the tech game it frustrates you. So many choices.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And and a lot of and now in tech, there's a lot of open source tools now. So I mean, even like AI video, for instance. Oh my gosh, it's got
Yeah,
now you can do
and
the
that's
action
good. Google's
videos.
really good. Flow is the best. Google has the best product. Sora came out. We thought it was good, but they have too many guardrails out of them. And Grok is
Hmm.
completely free, so you can do a lot of great
And I
AI
hate
video there.
that little stamp that goes around the store.
So I think Sora is too many guardrails. You
Hmm.
can't upload a picture and then make it live as a person. You can do that in other. We're creating characters in Google, our agency, and
Hmm.
we're really looking at AI video again. OpenAI was ahead. They're not anymore.
Yeah. Mm-mm. No, no.
But there's guardrails in Google. Google used to only let you create 5 videos a day. That changes in flow. If you pay for the highest solution, you can keep running videos.
Mm-hmm.
So things change too fast. And when you and I are tech guys, but imagine the average person trying to figure out AI.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's your answer to that, Sherry? You know what I'm
Well,
saying? We're talking all these things we
I'm
can
learning.
do. All we can do, all these things that we can do, and we're figuring out how to take over the world because of tech, and we get it. But for the people that literally still can't figure out how to get on Zoom, I feel for them. What do you think,
Oh,
Sherry?
I know.
Or
I
unable
know.
to
I
text message
agree.
because if they live in their
Wear
20
one of
years,
these.
huh? Okay.
Just wear one of these,
Yeah.
and
You
it
know
just
what I
talks
use?
back.
I use the B.
There you go.
I have the B right
Okay.
on mine,
Yep.
and it records every conversation. The problem is it doesn't go to the desktop. Amazon bought it,
Oh.
and I can't transfer. I don't want to transfer my conversations from the phone over
Mhm.
into another thing. I need an AI assistant. You need to build a better AI assistant than any AI assistant that's out there that literally you can talk to all the time, text, call, email, go into your all that stuff and organize you so you just can speak to it and it does the work. It's
Mhm.
not here yet. When do you see
We
that
do.
happen? Good.
We have a desktop and mobile version app,
Of yours.
so
Okay.
we help sell it. Hmm.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
You think they see? You ask when's it coming? It's here.
No, but that desktop, but no, Sherry, what I'm looking for is if I would get on right now and say, okay, hey, Google, hey, Chat GBT, Chatty does not do paragraphs anymore. Voice costs too much in GPUs. So explain to Sherry
It does. Yeah.
why voice AI is still going to be really tough to ever crack the code where you're going to have a robot that talks to you, is able to search everything scientifically because when they opened this up, they lowered the cost of AI. Now AI is very expensive
Hmm.
for most people. Go ahead, explain that. Explain the tech cost.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh, their Google Home. You have Gemini for home. Now can you really do stuff? Gemini?
oh yeah, yeah, I can now. Yeah.
I haven't played with it yet. So tell us. So we need to have another
Yeah.
tech conversation.
So
Yeah, go.
yeah,
Is it
no
able to
doubt.
do what
Yeah.
Grok
So
does
no, you're
yet or
onto
not?
something.
Who do you think's the best voice AI? Grok?
The best voice AI? I mean, I like Google's voices that they select. I mean, everybody
No, I
pretty
mean
much
having a
uses
conversation
11.
like they're your assistant. The texts, I
Hmm.
mean, they don't do text. ChatGPT was getting
Yeah.
there, and conversational AI was on its way. But the GPUs. But explain to Sherry GPUs. What are GPUs? I'm asking you because you're the tech guy.
Yeah. 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 So GPUs is basically graphics processing is unit, I think it is graphics process. Yeah. And basically it's just for all of the well, in this case it would be like video images, things like that. A lot of that eats up a lot of GPU, like whenever you're generating images and stuff like that.
But
So
even
that eats
regular
up a lot of your
conversations too.
GPU.
Even conversations where
So
you just type something
yeah.
and it eats up GPUs too.
Very small percentage on the text,
That's why they want
but
you to keep
that's why
doing
that's like
that.
the first thing
That's
I
why
rolled
they
out.
only
Yeah.
want you to do that. They
Right.
don't want you to do a lot of things. They don't want you to
Hmm.
reinvent the world. So if you do research, it takes up a lot of
Hmm.
GPUs, and that's why they only give you a certain amount of research. But it's not user
Hmm.
friendly. When are we going to
Hmm.
have these trainings that we can really show how to do these things? Because that's
Well, I
hard.
was able to do some builds on NVIDIA's chips, and I really enjoyed that process. They have some really like high-end AI models. Um, Usually doctors and research scientists and stuff are using that right now, but they're trying to make it come over into the mainstream. It's just costly, and their chips are a lot better. So Elon Musk was recently talking about how much more efficient they are now with the NVIDIA's chips, and I guess they're going to try out the Taiwanese company, but uh, yeah, it's a lot more efficient. So when the space, going, whatever he decides on what planet he's going to use,
Yeah,
but
and
when that
Elon's already figured it
planet,
out. That's when is Optimus
yeah,
coming out? I'm ready to get my Optimus robot, but it's not.
oh, it's coming,
I'm ready
coming
for
real
it.
soon.
The cost is, which is not that expensive, 25 or 30
No,
grand for a
no.
robot. And that robot will
Oh yeah.
literally do things in your house, assistant
Mhm.
work, and have grok technology to speak to you, do all those things. So it's coming. When can I
Yeah,
have a
and then you
series
can
of
send it out and
robots
make
on the computer posting for me?
yeah,
When do you
and you can
expect that
send
to
them out
happen?
to make money for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sit at home, just count the money.
Okay. Sherry, we're going to go back. We went back and forth in a tech conversation. I want to get your feedback.
Well, you guys are techie guys, and I'm not like at that level. You had me at hello, basically. But anyhow, it's all interesting. You talk about these robots, and I'm like, that's exciting, but this because I could use one. That's exciting, but at the same time, it's a little bit scary. Like you're going, like you see these science fiction movies of these.
Sci-fi's meet science fact. That's all you do.
Mhm.
You watch a
Mhm.
sci-fi movie, it's going to happen.
Mhm.
Well, no, it's like it's like Hollywood predicts the future for you, and you got to pay attention to it. So I'm trying to get with it, like the whole AI. I was the one back in the '90s who kicked and screamed about Windows. I did adapt, obviously, but it's like now I got the whole AI world, and Neil has been the one who's like pulling at my leash. Come on, come on, and I'm like, no, but I'm getting there thanks to Neil. I'm getting there.
Sherry, at one point we're going to be able to do, and this is the honest truth. The people that you saw, the idiots who send you a book that's written by AI don't know how to prompt it correctly. We could create a line, different editors, all of them, but they have to be in a specific project. So you have to create an AI agent for everything as your first look through. Like what the
Mhm.
publishing process, Sherry, you go through three different phases in editing. What are they? I'm throwing you out.
Uh, the three edits. I
Yeah.
always start off if with a developmental edit, and
Right.
it looks at everything from a 60,000 foot
Mm-hmm.
view, and then we kind of go from there to a line edit, which is now it's taking everything line by line. It's transition. It's structure, order, and then you do a copy edit and or copy edit and proofread, which is kind of looking more at so the other ones look at content. This is looking at mechanical
Mhm.
punctuation, spelling,
Mm-hmm.
syntax, overuse of words,
Right.
the wrong word, those kind of things. So that's the kind of edits we do to get that book.
Then but that developmental error, there's a lot. So what I would say, Sherry, is you build agents out, right?
Mhm.
You test them out versus you to see how many errors less it's not finding. Because if it can, they could do that kind of it. It might not take you as long to do your developmental edit after
Mhm.
you let AI do most of it.
Mhm.
Well, the
And
thing
you tell
about
them don't change the structure. That's what I'm looking to build.
Mhm.
And that's the thing I try to do is every chat has to be an expert, one expert, because AI can't handle multiple things. That's the
Right.
other mistake people make. I learned this from Dr. Mohammed, a former client of mine. And I will every day I will make them an expert in only one thing. Don't
Mhm.
try to make it the jack of all trades. It will be horrible,
Mhm.
absolutely terrible. Give you the
Yeah.
worst advice possible, throw you to the wolves. But if you make it an expert in one thing, depending on what platform now, because again, ChatGPT is becoming stupid. You're gonna find out it works. But that's what I want to do, Sherry. Is we could build that process out so that you
Mhm.
can produce more books, but you still have a human in the loop, but you're able to still produce out more books. Be able to instead of publishing 60 books a year, you could publish 180 books a year or 350 because the
Mhm.
amount of time can be taken. But that means testing and doing, and that's what you do, sir, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
you test,
Mhm.
test, test, test. As an AI developer, you got to test, test, test. And anything, am I correct? Anything's an AI agent as long as you're having a chat. It's considered an AI agent. And if you put it in its own chat and you take that ownership, you've created an agent that can do a lot of things. And
Mhm.
OpenAI can. Don't get me wrong. There's certain things they can really do well, but you got to really go under the hood more to really still see what OpenAI is really good at, right?
It's true. Absolutely. Yeah. And you hit it on the head. Like, yeah, just give it one role. It's like if you think about a company, right? Everybody has a role to play. And then these agents that you create that have each one has a different role, you put them in a room, and then they all talk, and then they create the output as a result.
Right. And the problem is, it's not, you can't get an orchestrator good enough yet. One
Mhm.
point in time, you can get that one agent that I'm dreaming of that can be
Mhm.
an orchestrator to
Mhm.
run all of those agents. It's on the amount of research that will be done. But will they be able to think like humans and make the right decisions? Absolutely not. They're not there. It's going to be a long time. Right? Do you agree with
Mhm.
me on that one?
Yeah, I don't know. The time is, and it's always, I don't know. Sometimes it's looking shorter day by day. But we'll see. We'll see. Quantum computers
I
are
think
here.
it's what you call growing old.
All right. So, where's the best place we can go? I definitely am interested in your technology. Love to
Yeah.
test it out versus the B. Love to have a podcast on that one. But tell us where we can find info.
Yeah. So you can find info on everything that I'm doing. You can just go to my link bio, and that is lnk.bio/CRTV.
All
That's
right.
simple. And you
Okay.
can find everything I'm doing there.
All right. Fantastic. And we can go see information on, go to storehousemediagroup.com to find all things publishing, marketing, media, and podcasting. Appreciate it, guys. That was a special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show in the Storehouse Media Group podcast, guys. Take care.
I told you.